They could definitely be, or possibly through the roof somewhere up in this area here, or maybe the other side. Green coats could definitely use some attention, some glazing on the windows and painting. And as far as the plants go, I think, you know, this tree and this bamboo over here should probably go, just to let some sunlight onto the greenhouse. Everything else looks pretty good. All this stuff is beautiful. And over here by the screened-in porch where we took out the small shrubs, I would definitely recommend taking these other two out. They really don't make much sense there right now, and they will cause some damage on the house. Also taking away from the beautiful fountain that's in the middle. See, we have the sill in this area, and we're ready to we're replacing the sill. Everything's out now, and this window hasn't been restored yet. You can see it's still in rough condition. Unfortunately, this one they ran the plumbing pipe through. Caused a little bit of issue as far as the restoration goes of that. And it's interesting, if you look right here next to the screened-in porch, you could see the original color of the house because it's been protected from the overhang. And you could see where the water's been streaming down. And, you know, just the sunlight and everything just changed the color of the stucco. But this was the original stucco color. This gutter will also need to be tended to. I think it's causing a little bit of a problem, and it's actually rotting this, making this sill a little soft here too.
Got a good mind to see if I can disconnect these wires from here.
Well, they almost should be disconnected and changed, and ran in a little different manner. So we still don't know what the switch is for.
Even the pipe. Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, for the fountain. A pump for the fountain.
But it's cut there, and it's cut on the inside.
Oh, so it's terminated.
Yeah, it's terminated. So, I mean, even this, I can't have that thing running through that window like that. But, you know.
Well, I think that could easily be redone. Just where would you bring the pipe out? Well, we'll have to figure out what to do with this eventually.
Right.
Oh, they're not even in a box.
Nope. Where does this go?
Well, it's going somewhere in the sprinkler system, but, you know, obviously nice to have it in a box.
I need to get this one too. Something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Okay.
This wood door? That's just starting to delaminate, huh?
What is this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here's one of the options of one of the ideal options of two skylights, lining them up with the door below. We have one issue because we have a valley of the roof coming through here, so the three skylights are out. It doesn't work. It's hard to see this side with the sun, but basically it would be almost lined up with these two windows to the right, which I don't think you have much visual on this side. I think it would. And there's with them closer together versus wider apart. But we're tending to think the wider apart might be a little nicer for the application. Keep that width between the two, or we go a little wider. That's pretty much what it looks like on the interior. Two on this side. Alright, and there's with the units closer together. A little less space, mimicking the door. So, with the two skylights lining up with the doorway, so there they are in the interior. So on this side there'll be two that will somewhat line up with these two windows. And if you look at the overall room, there'll possibly be stools here at the counter. So the distance from the stools to the outside wall, this is actually pretty much the center, which would be the center of the skylights, which leads to having a table pretty much centered on the skylights, and the old light fixture, what was somewhat centered in the room, would be moved over to here to the center of the skylight, so the room would actually have a new center line, all shifted towards the outside wall, but I think it would work out really well. Just from the other angle, skylight's there, pretty much the center of the table. Question is to have more or less space between the skylights. This right here pretty much lines up with the amount between the two doors, or you could spread the skylights out and have more ceiling space in between, which obviously pushes over to the right and over to the left with the two skylights. Well, this pipe out here for the sprinkler, we were just looking at it and maybe doing something a little bit better, because really wasn't, you could see that they just wrote it underneath this beam and it's unsupported for, you know, 8 or 10 foot spans, which is kind of not good. And also over here where it connects, they could have easily put it up and through the joist to bring it all the way down there. So I kind of think this should be changed. And over here, possibly, you know, just modify the elbow here, because it always hits this door, and it'd just be an easy resolvement there.
To be safe in here, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Are you gonna have any of
So these furnace pipes go out here, outside under the deck. They come through this way and through the foundation of the crawl space and out the other side of the building. So there's definitely a possibility of relocating them. And this is the area where this crawl space should be opened up, insulated around the perimeter, and be acclimated with the rest of the basement. It's hard to see, but they penetrated the foundation, and there's also a wide open space over here. I don't know, I guess those were scraps that are left here. We could get rid of those. And said put the nice grill drain here and have Paul get a larger piece of copper that would extend down that you could lift up and put back down to clean the leaves off. And I guess we could get rid of these things that were left behind. So the old window well, which we needed to remove to get to the window, I recommend that we, you know, dig it out further, dig it down fairly well, and fill it with some really 3/4 inch gravel, and then maybe wrap the perimeter with, square it off with some bluestone that would match this bluestone here. I think that would look fairly nice.
The other two on the other side are really high. I mean, they go right up to the sill.
Soil's real high?
Well, you know.
Yeah, so we'll really have to dig them out.
Yeah, that's where those two trees were, those two bushes.